Hello students. So as I had promised in my previous video, here I am with another video on the structure and sculpture of Sanchi Stup. But let us understand the difference between structure and sculpture because students often get confused between both during exams. Now, first I'll talk about structure. Several parts of a building arranged according to a plan is called structure. Here, the building I am talking about is सांची स्तूप यानी स्तूप के अलग अलग हिस्से जो मिलकर स्तूप को एक शेप देते हैं. In other words, you can say the architecture of सांची स्तूप. So in this topic, we will study about the building plan of सांची स्तूप. Now, if I talk about sculpture, sculpture means statues made up by carving stone और wood यानी पत्थर की मूर्तियाँ जो सांची के different gateways पे पाई गई हैं. These stone sculptures have been found at different gateways of Sanchi Stup. So structure and sculpture both are entirely different. Let me first discuss about structure of stupa. Stupa is a Sanskrit word जिसका मतलब है heap यानी ढेर जिसे सेमी सर्कुलर मीन्स हाफ सर्कल शेप में टीले की तरह बनाया गया हो. दिस सेमी सर्कुलर शेप इज कॉल्ड अंडा. यू कैन सी द बैलेंसिंग ऑफ राउंड एंड स्क्वायर शेप्स इन दिस स्तूपा. Above anda, a balcony-like structure is there. This structure is called Harmika. It represents abode of gods. Abode of gods means देवताओं का घर. There is a mast arising from Harmika which is called Yashti. Placed on the top is Chhatri or triple umbrella. The three Chhatris symbolize three jewels of Buddhism: Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. We also find railing around the stupa to separate this sacred stupa from common world or outside world. इस पवित्र जगह को आम दुनिया से अलग करने का सिंबल है ये रेलिंग. द रेड एरो शोन इन द पिक्चर इज द रेलिंग. Old stupas like Sanchi and Bharhut, located in Satna district of Madhya Pradesh, were plain. It means the mound of these stupas was simple without any carving. But there are two beautiful architectural features of these stupas. One is stone railing and the second is gateways. Stone railings we have already discussed. The stone railing made of stone actually looked like wooden fence. We also find richly carved gateways installed at 4 cardinal points or 4 directions of stupa. These gateways are called toranas. सांची स्तूप के चारों गेटवेज पर बने एनिमल स्कल्पचर्स बुद्ध की जातक स्टोरीज से लिए गए हैं. जातक स्टोरीज मीन्स स्टोरीज ऑफ बुद्धा's प्रीवियस लाइफ. सो द पिक्चर्स शोन हियर आर द ब्यूटिफुल गेटवेज ऑफ सांची. Worshippers entered through Eastern Gateway. The red arrow in the picture is indicating the entry point. ईस्टर्न गेटवे से एंटर करने के बाद लोग क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में माउंट के चक्कर लगाते थे जैसे वो सूरज के रास्ते को फॉलो कर रहे हों. इसे हम प्रदक्षिणा भी कह सकते हैं. Later on, unlike Sanchi and Bharhut, carvings were done on mounds as well, like we find at Amravati in Andhra Pradesh and शाहजी की ढेरी स्तूपा in पेशावर. यानी इन दोनों स्तूप्स में हमें माउंट पर भी कार्विंग देखने को मिलती है. After completing our topic about the structure of stupa, now we move on to our next topic, the sculpture of stupa. Because the sculptures were extremely beautiful, they were removed and transported to Europe by Europeans who had probably Never seen such intricate craftsmanship and skillful rendering of animal life, especially in Eastern Gateway. हर स्कल्पचर, हर मूर्ति एक कहानी कहती है, ठीक वैसे ही जैसे पुराने ज़माने में स्टोरी टेलर्स चलनचित्र के हेल्प से लोगों को कहानियाँ सुनाया करते थे। चलनचित्र बेसिकली क्लोथ से बने होते थे, जिन पर बने पिक्चर्स को देखकर स्टोरी टेलर्स स्टोरी नरेट करते थे। सो इन द सेम मैनर ईच स्कल्पचर ऑन द गेटवे ऑफ सांची narrates a story. So let's discuss few sculptures. This sculpture is a part of Northern Gateway of Sanchi. It depicts the story of a generous prince who, after donating everything to a Brahmin, went to forest with his family. Art historians believe it to have been taken from Vasant Jatak. As I had already told you, Jatakas are the tales of Buddha's previous life. Some sculptures symbolized presence of Buddha. Historians have tried to understand these sculptures with the help of hagiographies. Hagiographies are basically biographies of saints. So through these biographies, the historians have tried to understand few sculptures. Although Buddha cannot be seen in these sculptures, but the symbols indicate his presence. Here we will discuss 3 symbols which show Buddha's presence. The first sculpture I am going to talk about is empty seat. You can see in the picture people worshipping Bodhi tree and empty seat. This seat symbolizes Buddha's meditation under the peepal tree, which is also called Bodhi tree. The second sculpture depicts stupa. It represents Mahaparinibbana, means last days of Buddha and his way to Nirvana. The third symbol is of a wheel. After attaining enlightenment, Buddha delivered his first sermon at Sarnath, which is almost 10 kilometers from Varanasi. This wheel symbolizes the beginning of wheel of Dharma with his sermon. So, every sculpture has a different meaning and symbolizes an event in the life of Buddha. Till now, the sculptures we have learnt about symbolized Buddhist tradition or an event in the life of Buddha. But there were other sculptures too at सांची which were not related to Buddhist ideas. ऐसी कई मूर्तियाँ हमें सांची में मिली है जो बुद्धिज़्म से नहीं ली गई हैं. स्कॉलर्स या हिस्टोरियंस काफ़ी क्यूरियस हो गए ऐसे स्कल्पचर्स को जानने के लिए, समझने के लिए. They were fascinated only because these sculptures were not connected to Buddhism. One such sculpture of a woman swinging from the edge of the gateway has been found on the eastern gateway of Sanchi. Scholars started looking into written traditions and they concluded that maybe this sculpture of women has been taken from Sanskrit and it represents Shalbhanjika. Shalbhanjika means breaking a branch of sal tree. It was believed that this woman, if touch a tree, the tree will start flowering and bearing fruits. No doubt, ये काफ़ी पवित्र सिंबल माना गया और शायद इसलिए सांची के डेकोरेशन में इसे ऐड किया गया. This symbol also suggests that many people who adopted Buddhism brought their old ideas and pre-Buddhist ideas into Buddhism. The gateways of Sanchi are full of animal sculptures. Most sculptures represent Jatak stories, but many animal sculptures were carved to create lively scenes on gateways to attract viewers. Some animals were also used to symbolize human characteristics, like elephant symbolizing wisdom and strength. Now this motif is of a woman surrounded by lotuses and elephants. elephants can be seen sprinkling water on her. It is a form of worship called Abhishek. Abhishek means purification by showering milk or water over an idol. According to historians, this woman can be either Maya, that is Buddha's mother, or Gajalakshmi. Gaj means elephant, Lakshmi means goddess of wealth and fortune. So Gajalakshmi means goddess of good fortune. This image, apart from Sachi, also appears on the railings of the Buddhist site of Bharut. Tree and serpent motif also can be seen all over Sanchi. Serpent means snake sculpture has been found on several pillars of Sanchi. Confused James Ferguson, an art historian, thought Sanchi as a center of tree and serpent worship. Maybe he had not read Buddhist literature, but through this we can understand that the sculptures of Sanchi not only created curiosity among historians but also show the richness of Indian art. Apart from sculpture, we also find paintings as a means to convey message. The best painting can be seen in Ajanta caves in Maharashtra. These paintings also depict stories from Jatak tales. Three-dimensional quality has been given by artists to make these paintings naturalistic. So conclude, we can say that these ancient sculptures, art and paintings have largely contributed to the development of modern Indian art. Hope the topic is clear to you. Stay safe, stay motivated and take good care of yourself. Thank you.